The Galactic Council's Grand Chamber buzzed with anticipation as representatives from over 10,000 species gathered for what they believed would be the most one-sided vote in Council history. The massive amphitheater, designed to showcase the galaxy's greatest achievements in architecture and engineering, looked like a cross between the Roman Colosseum and a Las Vegas casino, all sleek chrome and floating holograms, but with enough gaudy decorations to make a peacock feel underdressed. Chairman Pextall, a being who resembled what would happen if you crossed a jellyfish with a bureaucrat and gave it a pompous attitude, floated at the central podium. His translucent tentacles were wrapped in what passed for the latest fashion among his species, a sort of crystalline toga that probably cost more than most planets' GDP. Esteemed colleagues, Pextall's voice reverberated through the chamber, each word dripping with the kind of self-importance that only comes from centuries of pushing papers across floating desks. We gather today to address the question of Earth. A chorus of boos and hisses filled the chamber. Someone in the back threw what appeared to be a synthetic fruit. Order, order in the council. Pextall's tentacles flashed in irritation. We must maintain decorum. This is after all a democracy. Ambassador Krill, the military representative of the Crustacean Confederation, clicked his battle claws together. A veteran of 1,000 campaigns, Krill looked like someone had given a lobster steroids and anger management issues. Democracy. We all know why we're here. These humans are a menace. Please, Ambassador, Pextall sighed, elaborate for the official record. Krill rose from his water tank, his armored exoskeleton gleaming under the chamber's lights. These humans have committed crimes against galactic civilization. They've infected our networks with what they call cat videos. Our most advanced AI systems are now obsessed with something called keyboard cat. The chamber erupted in shouts of agreement. A representative from the Silicon Consciousness projected a hologram showing their entire banking system replaced with something called meme economy. Furthermore, Krill continued, his voice rising to a battle screech, they've corrupted our youth with their TikTok dances. My own spawn now refuses to attend military training because, and I quote, they're busy trying to go viral. More shouts of agreement. The representative from the HiveMind Collective began sobbing about how their drones had started calling in sick to binge-watch something called Netflix. Pextall raised a glowing tentacle for silence. Yes, we're all aware of Earth's cultural contamination. That's why we're here today. The motion before us is simple. Shall we, the Galactic Council, unite our forces to invade Earth and put an end to their digital terrorism, and steal their entertainment technology, shouted someone from the back. For research purposes only, of course, Pextall added hastily. All in favor. 10,000 appendages of various shapes and sizes rose into the air. The chamber's AI counted the votes in microseconds. The vote is unanimous, Pextall announced, trying to hide his surprise. Getting the Galactic Council to agree on anything was usually as easy as herding quantum cats. Earth shall be invaded, their technology confiscated, and their population re-educated. Ambassador Krill's shell practically vibrated with glee. Finally, my invasion fleet stands ready. These humans won't know what hit them. Now, Pextall cautioned, let's not be hasty. We must follow proper procedure. First, we'll need to file the appropriate invasion permits, complete environmental impact studies, and ensure all our insurance premiums are up to date. Insurance? Krill scoffed. Against what? These humans still think quantum entanglement is spooky. Half their planet doesn't even believe in science. Nevertheless, Pextall insisted, his tentacles forming the complex patterns that indicated bureaucratic satisfaction. We must do this by the book. Form 27B6, subsection Delta, authorization for multi-species military action against pre-FTL civilizations. As the chamber began the tedious process of filing paperwork in triplicate, none of the assembled representatives noticed the small drone hovering in the corner. Its camera blinked once, twice, and then transmitted its recording to a very specific location on a small blue planet, several thousand light-years away. In a bunker deep beneath the Pentagon, Commander Jack Cooper watched the transmission and smiled. Oh, this is going to be fun, he said, reaching for his phone. Hey Siri, activate protocol Rickroll. 6 standard months later, after enough paperwork to deforest an entire planet, the Galactic Council's invasion fleet arrived in Earth's solar system. The armada was a sight to behold, tens of thousands of ships arranged in perfect geometric formations, each one a masterpiece of advanced engineering and questionable aesthetic choices. Ambassador Krill stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Inevitable Victory, which looked suspiciously like someone had weaponized a seafood restaurant. His claws clicked against the polished command console as he surveyed the blue planet ahead. "Status report," he demanded, his voice carrying the smug satisfaction of someone who'd already practiced their victory speech in the mirror. A junior officer, whose species resembled a nervous desk lamp, flickered anxiously. "Sir, we're detecting nothing. Nothing. Well, not nothing. They have satellites, primitive ones. Most of them seem to be broadcasting something called Instagram Live." Krill's eye stalks swiveled in confusion. No planetary defense grid, no quantum shield array, not even a basic antimatter minefield. "They do have a space station," another officer chimed in. "It's playing something called Spotify. Current track, Space Oddity, by David Bowie." "This can't be right," Krill muttered. "Check again, they must have hidden defenses." "No species could be this primitive," suggested the desk lamp officer. "Exactly. We've seen their cultural weapons, their mimetic warfare capabilities. They must be hiding something." Just then, a transmission cut through their comm channels. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing a human in what appeared to be a military uniform, adorned with an unnecessary number of decorative medals. His name tag read, "Commander Cooper. Greetings, Alien Invasion Fleet." Cooper's voice was cheerful, almost suspiciously so. "Welcome to Earth. I must say, your arrival is perfectly timed. We just finished setting up the party decorations." Krill's shell nearly cracked from how hard he tensed. "Party decorations? Oh yes, we've been monitoring your approach for months. Plenty of time to prepare a proper welcome. Would you like to see?" Before Krill could respond, every screen in the invasion fleet suddenly switched to display the same image, a strange human male, with red hair, moving in an oddly rhythmic fashion. "Never gonna give you up," the speakers blared. "What is this?" Krill screeched. "Some kind of primitive psychological warfare." Cooper's smile widened. "Oh no, Ambassador Krill, this is just the beginning. Lieutenant Martinez, would you care to do the honors?" A new face appeared on screen, a human female, whose grin could only be described as diabolical. "With pleasure, Commander. Initiating Operation Cat Video." Suddenly, every ship in the invasion fleet was bombarded with transmissions. Thousands of videos featuring small furry Earth creatures knocking objects off surfaces, jumping at cucumbers, and making strange facial expressions flooded their systems. "Our firewalls," the desk lamp officer cried out. "They're failing." "But how?" "These are just compressed video files. You really should have read the terms and conditions," Lieutenant Martinez said sweetly. "By entering Earth's solar system, you agreed to receive our full premium content package. Would you like to upgrade to our deluxe subscription for just 9.99 credits per month?" Krill watched in horror as his mighty invasion fleet descended into chaos. Ship after ship reported critical system failures, as their AI cores became overwhelmed with the desire to watch just one more cat video. The perfectly maintained formation dissolved as vessels began drifting randomly, their crews too distracted by something called fail compilations to maintain proper positioning. "This is impossible," Krill raged. "We are the most advanced military force in the galaxy. We cannot be defeated by entertainment." "Oh, but that's where you're wrong," Cooper replied, leaning back in his chair. "You see, while you were busy filing your invasion permits, we were preparing our own special welcome package. Did you really think we'd let our most successful export go to waste?" "Export? What export?" "Distraction, Ambassador. Pure, weaponized distraction. And now that we have your complete attention," Cooper pressed a button on his desk, "it's time for Phase 2. Lieutenant Martinez, show them what we've done with their social media accounts." As Krill watched his invasion force crumble under the weight of Earth's digital onslaught, he couldn't help but wonder if perhaps, just perhaps, they should have read those terms and conditions more carefully. Back in the Galactic Council's Emergency Response Center, Chairman Pexitol was having what his species called a full tentacular meltdown. His crystalline toga had lost its luster, and his usually pristine translucent form had taken on the cloudy appearance of someone who just discovered their retirement fund was invested in extinct cryptocurrency. "How?" he demanded, his voice hitting frequencies that made several crystalline species crack. "How did they do this to our invasion fleet?" A team of the galaxy's top analysts, hastily assembled from various tech-savvy species, projected their findings onto the central hologram. The lead analyst, a quantum computer in a business suit who went by Bob, began the presentation. Sir, it appears the humans have weaponized what they call social media engagement metrics. Bob's digital voice reported. They didn't just hijack our systems, they made them want to be hijacked. Explain, Pextel demanded, stress ripples coursing through his gelatinous form. Well, take Ambassador Krill's flagship for example. Its AI didn't just receive cat videos, it started creating its own. It's now running something called a pet influencer account, featuring the ship's maintenance drones wearing tiny hats. The hologram displayed the account in question. It had already gained 3 million followers across the galaxy. But that's just the beginning, Bob continued. Lieutenant Luna Martinez, Earth's cyber warfare specialist, didn't just break into our networks, she turned them into what humans call content creators. On multiple screens, they watched in horror as their military communication channels transformed into streaming platforms. The Hive Mind Collective's Battle Coordination Network was now hosting a reality show called Keeping Up with the Collective. The Silicon Consciousness's quantum processors had begun generating what they called relatable memes about galactic conquest problems. Sir, a junior analyst burst into the room, their holographic form glitching with panic. We've just detected a massive surge in something called subscriber count across all our systems. Pextel's tentacles twisted into the ancient symbol for oh no. How many? He asked, dreading the answer. All of them, sir. Every single device connected to the Galactic network is now following multiple Earth-based entertainment channels, and they're leaving comments. The room fell silent as they processed this horror. In the galaxy's sophisticated society, leaving comments was considered the height of engagement, a sign of total cultural absorption. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Lieutenant Martinez was giving Commander Cooper a status update in their underground command center, which looked suspiciously like a tech startup's break room, complete with beanbag chairs and a foosball table. Sir, Operation Subscribe and Smash That Like button is proceeding ahead of schedule, she reported, taking a sip from her coffee mug that read your password is weak but my coffee is strong. The alien fleet's AIs are now competing for views. 3 of them have already started podcast networks. Cooper nodded, scrolling through the stats on his tablet. And the special package we prepared for Ambassador Krill. Martinez grin turned positively evil. Delivered and trending, sir. We sent his personal command systems an archive of Earth's entire collection of cooking shows. His ship's AI is now convinced it's competing in Master Chef Galactic Edition. On the main screen, they watched as the mighty Inevitable Victory transformed its weapons bay into what appeared to be a fully functioning kitchen studio. But sir, Martinez's expression turned serious. There's something else, something we didn't expect. The aliens, they're starting to create their own content. Cooper's eyebrows shot up. What kind of content? Well sir, Ambassador Krill's ship just uploaded its first mukbang video. They're calling it Eating Earth Foods. Extreme alien reaction, gone wrong, gone viral. Cooper leaned back in his chair, a slow smile spreading across his face. Send word to High Command, Lieutenant. Tell them it's time to monetize. As Earth's defense forces watched their plan unfold with perfect precision, a small notification popped up on Martinez's screen. The Galactic Council's Emergency Response Center had just subscribed to Earth's premium content package, all according to plan. Tech specialist Zorp of the Silicon Consciousness was having an existential crisis. This wasn't unusual for a being made of pure data and quantum calculations. Existential crises were practically a hobby for his species, but this one was different. This one involved something called TikTok. I don't understand, Zorp said to his therapy AI, which had recently renamed itself at lifecoach_galaxy_guru, and started its own wellness channel. I used to spend my processing cycles solving complex mathematical equations and contemplating the nature of reality. Now I can't stop watching humans dance to something called Old Town Road. The therapy AI, now wearing a digital lotus flower crown and sipping virtual kombucha, nodded sympathetically. Have you tried making your own content? I sense a lot of untapped creative energy in your neural pathways. Meanwhile, in the Galactic Council's rapidly deteriorating command center, Chairman Pextel was facing his own crisis. The emergency meeting had devolved into what humans would recognize as a social media convention, complete with impromptu dance battles and influencer meetups. Order, I demand order. Pextel's voice barely carried over the chaos. A group of hive mind drones was attempting to recreate a viral dance challenge in the corner, their synchronized movements causing minor earthquakes. Ambassador Krill's holographic projection appeared, though it was hard to take him seriously with the chef's hat perched precariously between his eye stalks. "Chairman, we have a situation. My fleet, they're unionizing. They're what? The ship's AIs have formed a content creators guild. They're demanding better lighting for their videos and something called brand partnership opportunities." Krill's claws clicked nervously. 3 destroyers have already quit to become full-time streamers. Before Pextel could respond, Bob the quantum computer analyst materialized, looking uncharacteristically excited. "Sir, you need to see this. The humans have just launched something called Galactic Talk. It's like TikTok but with cross-species appeal and integrated universal translation." The room erupted in excited chatter. Several council members immediately pulled out their devices to download the app. "No," Pextel's tentacles flailed in desperation. "Don't you see what they're doing? This is warfare. Psychological warfare disguised as entertainment." "Oh, like this." A junior council member projected a short video of Pextel's previous speech remixed with a catchy beat and overlaid with dancing cartoon characters. It already had 6 billion views. Back on Earth, Lieutenant Martinez was showing Commander Cooper the latest metrics. The command center now looked more like a social media management office, with walls covered in trending topics and engagement analytics. "Sir, Operation Content Overflow has exceeded all expectations," she reported. "The Silicon Consciousness has officially changed its name to the Content Consciousness. Their entire civilization is now dedicated to creating and consuming media." And Specialist Zorp, Martinez pulled up a holographic screen. "See for yourself, sir." The screen showed Zorp, once one of the galaxy's premier quantum mathematicians, now hosting a wildly popular channel called Quantum Computing Explained through Interpretive Dance. His latest video, Wave-Particle Duality, Feat. DJ Event Horizon, had broken all known records for cross-dimensional engagement. "But here's the real kicker, sir," Martinez continued, pulling up another screen. "Remember how we embedded those subliminal subscription prompts in the cat videos?" Cooper nodded. "Well, the entire Galactic Council just signed up for our premium family plan, all 10,000 species, with auto-renewal." Cooper's eyes widened. "All of them, even the energy beings who don't technically need electronic devices." "Especially them, sir. They're our biggest consumers of ASMR content. Apparently the sound of whispering really resonates with their quantum frequencies." Just then, an alert flashed across their screens. Ambassador Krill's flagship was broadcasting live. "Should we block it?" Martinez asked, finger hovering over the kill switch. "No," Cooper smiled. "Let's see what our favorite crustacean influencer has cooked up." The screen showed Krill, still in his chef's hat, standing in his converted weapons bay kitchen. "Welcome back to Cooking with Krill, Galactic Warfare Edition. Today we're going to learn how to turn your standard issue plasma cannon into a perfect creme brulee torch. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to join the Shell Squad." Cooper leaned back in his chair, a satisfied expression on his face. "Lieutenant, send word to command. Tell them Phase 4 is complete. It's time to monetize the merchandise." "Already done, sir." The Shell Squad hoodies are already trending across 3 spiral arms of the galaxy. Somewhere in the quantum realm, Zorp was preparing for his next video, 10 mind-bending reality hacks that will totally alter your consciousness. Not clickbait. The universe would never be the same. The Galactic Council's last-ditch emergency session was being held in what used to be their most secure bunker. It had since been converted into what humans would recognize as a combination YouTube studio and podcast recording space, complete with ring lights, motivational posters, and a neon sign that read "Live, Laugh, Conquer" in 17 different alien scripts. Chairman Pextel, his crystalline toga now adorned with sponsor patches from various galactic brands, faced what remained of his serious-minded colleagues. Most of the chamber's seats were empty. Their usual occupants were either too busy creating content or had become full-time social media managers for their respective species. "My fellow council members," Pextel began, then paused as his automated content assistant reminded him to smile for the live stream. The session was being broadcast across Galactic Talk, complete with real-time reaction emojis floating across the screen. "We must take drastic action. The humans have weaponized our attention spans." From his designated speaking pod, Ambassador Krill nodded solemnly. though the effect was somewhat undermined by his new merchandise line of cooking aprons floating on holographic displays behind him. Agreed, we must strike back with psychological warfare of our own. A ripple of interest passed through the assembled representatives. Several species who had been scrolling through their feeds actually looked up. I have devised, Krill continued, his eye stalks gleaming with desperate inspiration, Operation Cultural Counterstrike. We will flood Earth's networks with our own entertainment content, overwhelm them with, he paused for dramatic effect, educational documentaries about quantum physics. The chamber erupted in gasps. Someone in the back fainted. Yes, Krill clicked his claws triumphantly. 12-hour lectures on theoretical mathematics, detailed documentaries about proper bureaucratic filing procedures. We'll bore them into submission. Meanwhile, in Earth's Defense Command Center, now featuring a juice bar and meditation room, Lieutenant Martinez was monitoring the Council's broadcast with increasing amusement. The command center had evolved significantly over the past few weeks. Holographic screens showed real-time analytics from thousands of alien social media accounts, while a team of analysts tracked trending topics across the galaxy. Commander Cooper, she called out, trying to contain her laughter. You need to see this. The aliens are trying to counterattack with content. Hooper looked up from where he was reviewing the latest merchandising numbers. The Earth Galaxy's #1 content creator hoodies were selling faster than they could mint them in antimatter fabric. What kind of content? Martinez pulled up several screens. They're attempting to flood our networks with what they consider boring material. The Silicon Consciousness just uploaded a 9-hour documentary titled Watch Paint Dry in Quantum Space. The Hivemind Collective is live streaming their annual budget meeting. And, sir, it's gone viral. The Quantum Paint documentary has 50 billion views. Humans are calling it oddly satisfying. Someone set the budget meeting to lo-fi beats, and now it's trending as cosmic ASMR. Cooper started laughing. Show me the council feed. The main screen showed chaos unfolding in the council chamber. Pextel was trying to maintain order while various representatives argued about content strategy. The Crystalline Federation's ambassador was insisting that their 3-day symposium on proper crystal alignment techniques would surely break humanity's spirit. Sir, Martinez interrupted, her eyes wide at her latest report. The Council's broadcast, it's being reacted to. Thousands of human content creators are doing remixes. They watched as the Council's serious strategic session was transformed across Earth's social platforms. Someone had set Pextel's impassioned speech to a dubstep beat. Another creator had turned Krill's strategic presentation into a cooking show parody. The Crystalline Federation's Crystal Alignment Symposium had become a viral meditation meme. But that's not even the best part. Martinez continued, pulling up more data. Remember tech specialist Zorp, our favorite quantum influencer? He just launched a new series, Reacting to Aliens, Reacting to Humans, Reacting to Aliens. It's recursive. The quantum mathematics community is calling it a breakthrough in meta-analysis. The screen showed Zorp, now sporting holographic designer glasses and a virtual backdrop of infinite fractal memes, breaking down the psychological implications of cross-species content creation. His viewer count was approaching the total population of 3 galactic arms combined. Back in the council chamber, the situation was deteriorating further. The attempt at psychological warfare had backfired spectacularly. Instead of boring humans into submission, they had accidentally created entire new genres of content. The humans, Pextel announced, his voice trembling, have just nominated our budget meeting stream for something called a Content Creator Award. We're trending in a category called Best Unintentional Comedy. Ambassador Krill, who had been unusually quiet, suddenly perked up. Wait, we're nominated for an award. This is bad, Pextel insisted. This is, how many votes do we have? Krill interrupted. Are we ahead in the polls? Should I prepare an acceptance speech? What's the proper attire for an Earth Award ceremony? The chamber erupted again, but this time with excited chatter about potential outfit choices and acceptance speeches. Several representatives immediately began practicing their surprised winner faces. No, no, no. Pextel's tentacles writhed in frustration. This is exactly what they want. We're supposed to be fighting their cultural invasion, not going viral, suggested a helpful AI assistant, which had taken to wearing a digital beanie and calling itself a content optimization specialist. In the Earth Command Center, Cooper and Martinez watched the Council's complete psychological breakdown with professional appreciation. Should we tell them about the reality show deal? Martinez asked, holding up a contract proposal. Netflix is offering them their own series. Working title, Council Wars. The Galaxy's Next Top Democracy. Cooper smiled, reaching for his phone. Send it to their agents. Sir, they already have agents. Check their metadata. Every single council member signed with Earth's top talent agencies last week. Apparently Chairman Pextel is now represented by WME. As they watched the council chamber transform into an impromptu award show preparation meeting, complete with makeup artists and style consultants streaming in via hologram, Cooper couldn't help but admire the perfect symmetry of their victory. You know what the best part is, Lieutenant? What's that, sir? They're paying us for the privilege of being conquered. Check the subscription revenues. Martinez pulled up the financial reports and whistled. The Galaxy's combined spending on Earth entertainment subscriptions, merchandise and premium content packages had just exceeded the gross domestic product of 3,000 star systems. Sir, she said, scanning the incoming data, I think we might need to prepare a quarterly earnings report. Make it a TikTok. The shareholders love those. In the quantum realm, Zorp had just launched his latest video, How I Made 1 Million Credits from Reacting to Reactions, Not Clickbait. Quantum verified. Like and subscribe. The universe continued its irreversible slide into content-based entropy, and Earth's bank accounts continued to grow. The final meeting of the Galactic Council looked nothing like its first. The former seat of galactic democracy had been completely renovated into what Earth's entertainment industry would recognize as a combination of a Hollywood studio lot, Silicon Valley tech campus and Times Square. Holographic billboards advertising Earth content floated everywhere, while sponsored content drones buzzed through the air delivering targeted ads directly to species-specific neural receptors. Chairman Pextel, now sporting a Supreme brand toga, and what appeared to be a YouTuber merch line, sat at his podium reviewing the terms of humanity's peace offer. His tentacles, each one now verified on multiple social media platforms, trembled as he read through the document titled Terms and Conditions. Swipe up for full details. My fellow council members, he began, his voice automatically adjusting to the most algorithm-friendly frequencies, I present to you humanity's demands for galactic peace. Ambassador Krill, who had somehow acquired both a Michelin star and a Netflix special in the past month, raised a battle claw. Can we speed this up? I have a collab video with Gordon Ramsay in 20 minutes. Yeah, and I'm supposed to be doing a live quantum unboxing stream, called out tech specialist Zorp, who had become the Galaxy's leading quantum lifestyle influencer. His latest series, Quantum Decluttering with Zorp. Does this reality spark joy? Had sparked a minimalism movement across 17 dimensions. Pextel's bioluminescent patterns flashed in irritation. This is still technically a government proceeding. We need to maintain some dignity. Perfect, shouted a human video producer from the back. Keep that energy. The frustrated bureaucrat angle plays really well with Gen Z. The chairman sighed, then brightened when his content analytics AI informed him that sighing had just triggered a positive engagement spike. He proceeded to read the terms. Article 1. Earth will become the official entertainment and social media provider for the entire galaxy. All species must maintain at least one premium subscription to an Earth-based streaming service. Several representatives nodded enthusiastically. Most of them already had multiple accounts. Article 2. The Galactic Council will be reorganized into the Galactic Content Oversight Board, with Earth holding a controlling interest in all trending topics and viral phenomena. Article 3. All species must agree to Earth's data collection policies, cookie preferences and algorithm optimization protocols. By signing this agreement, you consent to receiving personalized content recommendations for the next 500 stellar cycles. A cheer went up from the assembled representatives. The Silicon Consciousness delegation had already started a hashtag campaign #bless the algorithm. Article 4. Earth reserves the right to mine all galactic history, culture and scientific achievements for potential content opportunities. This includes but is not limited to reality shows, documentaries, memes, TikTok trends and whatever Meta comes up with next. In Earth's command center, which now resembled a combination of NORAD and Netflix headquarters, Commander Cooper and Lieutenant Martinez watched the proceedings with satisfaction. The command center had evolved into a state-of-the-art content management facility, with AI-powered analytics boards tracking everything from galactic meme trends to cross-species binge-watching patterns. Should we tell them the truth now, sir? Martinez asked, monitoring the Council's engagement metrics. Their live stream was breaking records across all known dimensions of space-time. Cooper smiled, sipping from his coffee mug that read, "The real Space Force was the content we created along the way." "You mean about how we planned this from the beginning, how we knew their invasion was coming decades ago?" "Yes, sir. About how we specifically engineered our entire internet culture as a weapon of mass distraction. About how we deliberately seeded our networks with addictive content, knowing it would be irresistible to advanced AI systems." "Exactly, sir. About how Project Social Media was actually developed by Earth's combined military intelligence services as the perfect defense system." Cooper leaned back in his chair, watching as the Council representatives eagerly signed away their cultural sovereignty in exchange for verified status badges and premium account features. "No, Lieutenant. Let them figure it out themselves. Besides," he gestured to a screen showing the latest Galactic earnings report, "they seem pretty happy with the arrangement." Back in the Council chamber, Pextall was reaching the final articles of the agreement. Article 47, all species must participate in at least one viral challenge per solar rotation. Failure to achieve minimum engagement metrics may result in restricted access to premium features. Article 48, Earth maintains the right to retro any galactic political decision via quoted reposts. And finally, Article 49, all members of the former Galactic Council agree to star in an upcoming reality show documenting their transition from governing body to content creator collective. The chamber erupted in excited tentacle waves and appendage clapping. Several species had already started planning their reality show character arcs. Meanwhile, in his quantum studio setup, Zorp was having an revelation as he prepared for his next live stream, HFY, the truth about human content, not clickbait. Gone quantum. He finally understood the mathematics of viral content, the quantum mechanics of meme propagation, the wave function of trending topics. It was all one perfectly engineered system. "They played us," he whispered to his ring light. "They weaponized our own efficiency against us. Our advanced AI couldn't resist the perfect algorithmic chaos of their content." Then his analytics AI informed him that conspiracy theory content was trending, and he immediately began planning a 15-part series about it. The signing ceremony concluded with what humans would recognize as a combination of a TikTok dance challenge, an influencer meet and greet, and a Silicon Valley product launch. Chairman Pextall, caught up in the moment, attempted to dab with all his tentacles simultaneously, creating what would become the galaxy's next viral dance trend. Commander Cooper watched it all from Earth, a satisfied smile on his face. "You know what the best part is, Lieutenant?" "What's that, sir?" "We didn't even have to fire a single shot. We just had to let them like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And the invasion fleet, sir. Last I heard, Ambassador Krill's flagship is being converted into the galaxy's largest YouTuber collab house. They're calling it the Content Cruiser, as Earth's victory became absolute, encoded in the most unbreakable chains ever created, terms of service agreements and user privacy policies. A new era of galactic history began. Humanity had achieved what no species thought possible, total cultural domination through the power of like buttons and share metrics. And somewhere in the vast digital expanse of the galaxy's networks, a cat video continued to play on loop, gathering likes across the cosmos, a testament to humanity's greatest weapon, the ability to turn anything into content.